standing is Europe for the playing of the national anthem of Algeria.
...2002'deki dünya üçüncülüğümüzden beri 24 yıl geçti. Çok şey değişti. Ama kupa hayalimiz hiç değişmedi. Aynı arma.
Ferdi topu aldı. Rakiplerinden sıyrılıyor. Bir plase ve gol! Yine vuruş.
Aynı ruh.
Orkun yükseldi. Bir kafa vuruşu. Top ağlarda.
Aynı sevda.
Barış. Göğsünde vuruş attı. Bir vole. Mükemmel bir gol.
24 yıllık hayalimizle şimdi dünyaya meydan okuyoruz. Türkiye milli futbol takımları ana sponsoru BTC Türk, Dünya Kupası'nda da bizim çocukların yanında.
Tekrar karşınızdayız değerli izleyenler. Artık mücadelenin başlamasına kısa bir süre kaldı. İlk 11'leri hemen sizlerle paylaşalım. Luka Zidane kaleyi koruyacak Fas'ta. Zinedine Zidane'ın oğlu. Sol bekte Ryan Ait Nuri, sağ bekte Rafik Berkali, stoperde Princemania ve Masti ikilisi forma giyecekler. Orta alanda Budavi, Bentaleb ve Maza üçlüsüyle sahada olacak. Cezayir milli takımı önlerinde Guri, Şeybi ve Anis Hac Musa forma giyecek. Fas'ın ilk 11'i, düzeltiyorum, Cezayir'in ilk 11'i bu şekildeydi. Emiliano Martinez Arjantin'de kaleyi koruyacak. İşte Arjantin'in 11'i de ilk 11'de forma giyecek oyuncular da ekranlarınıza yansıyor. Montiel sağ bekte, Medina sol bekte, Romero ve Martinez ikilisi. Orta alanda McAllister, Enzo Fernandez ve Rodrigo De Paul. İleri uçta Messi, Lautaro Martinez ve Thiago Almada. Arjantin'in ilk 11'i bu şekilde. Cezayir'in ilk 11'i ekranlara geliyor. Biraz önce sizlerle paylaştım. Tekrar etmiş olacağız. Ryan Ait Nuri, Bensabaini, Mandi ve Berkali dörtlüsü. Savunmada Luka Zidane, kalede Budavi, Bentaleb, Maza, ileri uçta Musa, Guiri ve Şeybi.
Rodrigo De Paul, Alexis McAllister or Enzo Then Alvarez नहीं कर रहा है, Alvarez प्रॉब्लम बेंच में है, लातोरो मार्टिनेज ट्राई कर रहा है, लेफ्ट विंग थियागो अल्मादा kid not the kid anymore, but still the boat, the Leo, the Messi, उनका टीम में I think I know
Arjantin'in
Guiri,
2026 Dünya
who
Kupası
striker.
yolculuğu başlıyor.
I guess Mahrez start नहीं करे,
Rakip
Bantebaini
Cezayir.
है डिफेंस में, नोरी है, लूका चिडा स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं बिना
Tüm
जान के बैठे
taraftarlar
एज गोलकीपर,
ekran
बेंगाली है
başındaki
राइट
siz
बैक,
değerli
मांडी है
izleyicilerimiz,
लेफ्ट बैक, मजा,
bütün futbol severler
so चाबी,
karşılaşmanın ilk düdüğünü bekliyor.
so let's start. हाँ हेलो,
Ve maça Arjantin başladı. Keyifli seyirler
मुआ इधर
diliyorum.
लगे भी कि
İlk atak şansı Arjantin'de.
आओ कि जॉइन करियो कि नहीं, मुझे जाने नहीं, मु तो मैच देखिए बोले कर दो।
Romero. Lisandro Martinez'e gönderdi.
हाँ हाँ
Pas yapmaya devam ediyor. Maçın başında Arjantin. Romero. Depol yerden oynadı. Top kaybı Arjantin'de. Faul kararı Marcinyak'tan. Serbest vuruşu kullanacak Cezayir. Lionel Scaloni, Arjantin'in teknik direktörü, ekrana geldi. Arjantin 3. kez Dünya Kupası zaferini yaşarken takımın başındaki isimdi Lionel Scaloni. Princemania. Zidane.
तू को तो टीवी रे देखतु
नहीं नहीं मुझे बात हुई तो हम देखो जी कार में बसे
को तो फोन नहीं।
हाँ
अच्छा आज तो देखने में लगे थे।
ये आपको मेरा ओपिनियन पिलाना है सकता है प्लेयर है
Hızlı bir
हाँ
bir hareketlendi
इधर
ama
प्रिय जी जो यूनाइटेड स्पोर्ट्स चैनल था
kalesini
हाँ
topa sahip oldu.
अच्छा
Vladimir
ये कौन ज्वाइन करने तो देखिए चलो ज्वाइन कर दो ये तो ज्वाइन करना है
ekranlarınıza geldi.
के करी भी नहीं टाइम रे कहीं के सब कोई
अच्छा कल कितने जन ज्वाइन करते रहते रे
खाली 4-5 जन करथले तब 3 जन रहले।
Orta alanda baskısı
अरे
var.
सब पॉजिटिव इन्वेस्टर तो केवल अच्छा
Kazandılar.
हां माने मो तो ए मैच देखिबी ना, मो तो फेवरेट टीम अर्जेंटीना, मते फरक पड़े नहीं कि आसु न आसु
Maza
मो का
मोर था अर्जेंटीना को पोर्टुगल की थोड़ी
Messi'yle
रोनाल्डो
kazandı, ardından
सदाउ
kaybetti. Ryan Aitnouri, Messi
मो तो पोर्तुगल मैच के इंटरेस्ट नहीं
बट मोर अर्जेंटीना
özellikle Inter Miami'ye transferi sonrasında
गोटे मिनट मो पूरा शेयर कर
Messi'nin
अरे कि जॉइन करें लगा सुनोगी कथा भला वाला मत मैच देखिए
ना था
tabii ki Amerika Birleşik Devletleri'nde.
माने जदी परे कि आसीबो न आसीबो तू लिप प्रदम तो मोर थेबो
Futbol oynuyor.
आराम से दौड़
Messi.
मैसेज जॉइन करें
तो सोई तो
Bakalım Dünya
ना ना सब चीज़ नहीं कल जाए तो अच्छा
nasıl
से
bir
दे
performans ortaya
ये
koyacak?
तक पहुंचे ऊपर से म्यूट कर जाए तो मैसेज कर
3. dakikadayız. Romero gönderdi ileriye.
अल्वारेज स्टार्ट करूं
Almada
gol.
ardından şimdi kafa vuruşu kalecide kaldı.
हाँ मतलब बहुत रहा
Arjantin etkili geldi.
तो अल्वारेज तो स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहा है तो कुछ वाला प्रॉब्लम दिक्कत कुछ बदलाव चेंजेस तो होंगे नहीं
Aitnouri.
बस लाकर मार्टिनेज मेन स्टार्टर था लाइक पिछले वर्ल्ड कप में भी एंड ही इज इन गुड फॉर्म आल्सो
Mandi.
ही ऑलवेज इन गुड फॉर्म तो
Çizgiye gönderdi Berkali. Geriye döndü
लाइन
tekrar
अप
Mandi.
लाइन अप उसका पता था बेंच में मूसो उसको स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे एंड Senesi है जो लास्ट मोमेंट कॉल अप में है
Kısa
Tagliafico है
paslar
Ferguson
Cezayir'den,
Barco है
ardından top
Barco
kaybı.
is a youngster good youngster Julian Alvarez है Giovanni Lo Celso है Rulli है
Enzo Fernandez.
I mean
Depol.
Palacios Nico Gonzalez Simeone
Üçlü
Nico
çok
Paz
sert bir orta
Nicolas
sahası var.
Otamendi
Alexis McAllister,
Lopez है
Enzo
और
Fernandez
Molina
ve Rodrigo
है
Depol.
but Alvarez के स्क्वाड
Messi'nin
में
artık
बाहरी
yaşı gereği de
दिख नहीं
yapamadığı
रहा
savunmayı bu orta alanda
अरे
yaşlı oyuncular telafi etmeye çalışacaklar turnuva boyunca. Hızlı bir top.
हेलो ये तो
Messi
लंबा
yetişemiyor.
रिप्लाई दो
Taç.
ये आईफोन उधर करने के लिए बात करते
और छाड़ दे तो आउ के आसु ना आसु कौन आम
Sağ
तो
çalar
Arjantin
geçiyor
takım
musun?
formasıyla 200.
Ana
Türk
bekliyor.
maçına çıkan Lionel Messi aynı zamanda Dünya Kupası tarihinde 6 turnuvada boy gösteren ilk isim oluyor. Lionel
गोल
Messi karşı karşıya.
मेसी गोल
Lionel
मार देला
Messi! Lionel
हाँ गोल
Messi!
बदला है बढ़िया स्टार्ट चला बहुत मजा
फर्स्ट
आया
गोल
Kamparaya
मेसी
devam ediyor. Dünya Kupası
हाँ
performansına
मेसी एंट्री कला
Lionel
बढ़िया
Messi.
टाइम पे
Fakat
फिर बढ़िया
ağlara giden top gol
हाँ
değeri
बढ़िया
kazanmıyor.
बढ़िया
रॉकी उड़ा
ऊपर मैसेज दे
Arjantinli
मेसी
süper
कला
yıldız burada offside
की उड़ा
durumunda.
सिला जॉइन करना
जान करा
वेट मेसी स्कोर कर लेगा
Mandi
स्कोर हिला नहीं
tam hızlı bir başlangıç yapacaktı
हाँ
Arjantin. Messi'nin filelere giden
द फोन
vuruşu gol değeri kazanmadı offside gerekçesiyle.
ऑफसाइड
हेलो
ऑफसाइड
Lucas Zidane.
हाँ
Mandi çıktı ileriye. Aissa Mandi. Pas hatası. McAllister
हेलो
kazandı. Şimdi Messi'den
हाँ
şık
बोल
bir pas
ना
geçmedi.
तब तक होगा
Sağ kanatta Berkali'yi gönderdi ileriye. Cezayir için etkili bir atak olabilir ama
एक और
iyi
स्क्रीन
kontrol
ब्लैक है
bekledi.
लग रहे
अप्लाई
हाँ हाँ
McAllister'dan pas.
अरे गोल करो देखो लेटेस्ट स्कोर कर रहे
अरे
Top
ऑफसाइड ऑफसाइड
tekrar
खुला
McAllister'da.
ऑफसाइड है यार
ऑफसाइड है
हाँ
Geriye döndü Romero.
ऑफसाइड दिला कासे
गोल्ड तो एक ना
Montiel.
उसके वाले कौन स्कोर कर सकते
लाइक मेसी
Enzo
गोल मारला टे
Fernandez.
एक्साइटेड है तो मो देखते ऑफसाइड लाइन
Gönderdi
वगैरह
sağ
मो
kanada.
डायरेक्ट साइड
Orada
स्कोर लाइन अपडेट करे
Gonzalo
पड़े
Montiel
मोंटी
bulamadı topu. Taç. Cezayir'in.
एटी
İşte
ऑफसाइड पूरा
Messi'nin
ऑफसाइड खुला
ओ
Olduan.
ऑफसाइड ऑफसाइड तो कौन से
आपकी थी
उल्टा बोल रहे हैं और देखिए बढ़िया वो मैच अर्जेंटीना तो लास्ट
Cezayir
रियाद
atakta.
माहर अंकर अल्जेरिया पे रियाद माहर
Bayık
स्टार्ट
kondu
करनी
ortaya.
रियाद माहर
Brody
सब्स्टिट्यूशन ना
geriye çıkardı. Maza tüm hatlarıyla
अलजेरिया
Cezayir
को
ceza
मतलब लाइट
sahasına
में भी नब्बा
yerleşti.
करता
İyi döndü Maza.
हाँ मालूम
Şimdi aradan harika
देख
pas. Karşı karşıya
गोल
pozisyon.
यार
कोको गोल
ये भाई अलजेरिया स्टार्ट
Vaneşi.
का गोल
Cezayir öne geçiyor Arjantin karşısında.
गोल है को लाइट भी
2001'in
नब्बा करता
golü.
ना लाइट
हमारा कोई भी
Biraz
अफ्रीकन
önce
टीम
gol
को इनके
sevinci
लाइटली नहीं होगा
yaşarken
ना तो मैंने
Arjantin
बहुत बोला था
offside gerekçesiyle
हाँ
ağlara giden top gol değeri kazanmadı.
क्राउड था हैप्पी हो
Ardından Cezayir golü buluyor ve güçlü rakibi karşısında, son şampiyon karşısında
दीटा का टीम आस्ते
1-0
आस्ते
öne geçiyor
प्रॉपर
Cezayir.
गोटो शॉट मार सालेनी ये तो गोल ही मार सालेनी
Harika bir pas.
एटा भी ऑफसाइड दे दी
Orta sahada işledi pozisyonu. Yakın
ऑफसाइड
köşeye şık bir
देखी
vuruş.
हुआ
ऑफसाइड तो
Şimdiden
नहीं
मुंह देखी
kaleci
पहले
Emiliano Martinez çaresiz.
ऑफसाइड
ए,
तो
Geliyor
कल जब भी
Cezayir.
तो
बहुत है गोल गोल गोल
अरे गोल भाई अरे गोल
Ve bir kez daha ağlara giden top gol değeri
ऑफसाइड
kazanmadı.
ऑफसाइड
İlginç bir başlangıç yaptık.
गोल है दीटा का गोल ऑफसाइड तांकरा
Arjantin
ऑफसाइड
Cezayir
है जा हो
mücadelesine.
जियो वाला वो ऑफसाइड ऑफसाइड ही
खेलुचंद सब अटैकिंग पूरा पूरा दी जंग अटैकिंग खेलुचंद देख
Orta
आउट
alanda
रात ना देख
बढ़िया
गोल
गया
है
ऑफसाइड वाला बोल
एंजो एंजो टू
Enzo
सॉरी एटा
Fernandez
एंजो
geriye döndü.
थोड़ा अलमाडा फाइन
Ve
रहा
gol.
अरे मार्टिनेज को जितू
Romero.
किए मार्टिनेज हाँ गोल कीपिंग করছে পুরা
McAllister yerden oynadı Messi'ye.
मार्टिनेज
Messi'nin
मार्टिनेज लॉटारो
alamadı.
में बहुत
ତିନିଟା ମାର୍ଟିନେଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏମିଲିଆନୋ ମାର୍ଟିନେଜ ଗୋଲକିପିଂ
Soldan
କରୁଛି
geçmediğini
ଲିସାନ୍ଦ୍ରୋ
demişti.
ମାର୍ଟିନେଜ
Şimdi
ଡିଫେଣ୍ଡିଂ କରୁଛି
gönderdiler
ଆଉ
ona.
ଷ୍ଟ୍ରାଇକର ଲତାର ମାର୍ଟିନେଜ
Enzo Fernandez.
तीन मार्टिनेज में स्ट्राइक करता तो
McAllister.
स्ट्राइक कर
ହଁ ସେ ଖେଳୁଛି
Fernandez.
Öyle Martinez bakıyor.
Almada picture lakkudu.
Ama Arjantin yine atakta bir kez daha deneyecekler. Depol bıraktı Enzo Fernandez.
Ade iyi picture iyi lakkudu bırak. İyi aslında clear.
Öncesindeki pozisyon için Marcinyak'tan faul düdüğü. Cezayir serbest vuruşu kullanacak.
Sunucu vandiye copy kodi aslında.
Good time outside coach. Window sound share. Okay.
Princemania. Maza tekrar.
नेट फेट तो सब ठीक ठाक आसेगा था और बोलते तो बाहर ट्रैवल करते हुए नेट टिके आसना देख अल्जेरिया अटैक
Ryan ait Nuri bir çalım daha
Nuri.
Nuri'den ona yapılan hareket faul. Montiel.
गेम कर देले
more
अरे अल्जेरिया जो गोल्डन वाले ये मत कोई लग अल्जेरिया गोल वाले आई वाज कंप्लीटली श्योर.
Bu da Şeybi'nin offside'de olduğu an.
more net problem है ला कम साइड पर
Otomatik offside sisteminden gelen görüntü bu şekildeydi. 13. dakikadaydı. Kansas City'de
देखो जॉन दिक्कत पटेली
stadyumunda golsüz eşitlik devam ediyor. Montiel Martinez'e döndü. Emiliano Martinez.
Himself picks up a wonderful pocket, drops the shoulder, lets it come across him on the half turn, takes it on his back foot. Have a go, take the shot on.
Almada, tremendous run in Major League
मैंने
Soccer.
starting में season का proper attacking
Newcomer of the year in 2022, best 11 in 2023. On to Botafogo and Leon now the past year at Atletico Madrid. Scored his first.
साउंड असुन असुन
साउंड असुन
तो ये वाला चैनल टाइप ठीक चला इस चैनल से हाँ एक तरह
ठीक है चीज़
आदर आवश्यक
Goal by Ben Talib.
ना दीटा का ऑफसाइड है
He was 19 when he played
every Argentina
Algeria World Cup for Algeria. World Cup that ended with a round of 16 at the hands of Germany in extra time.
हाँ मैंने सॉरी तो जीबोनी ना स्टार्ट तो है अब सेमीफाइनल भी अर्जेंटीना फर्स्ट मैच हारी खेला पूर्व कर सऊदी अगेंस्ट them
Turf gateway.
अटैक बन रहा
Same there for Shea because I like the movement. He starts wide, comes inside, a little peel off, and you see what he's trying to do. It's that little flick round the corner with the outside of his right boot, but as you say, the turf betrays him a little bit.
This is one of the venues where it is traditionally grass year-round. Close to many stadiums in the U.S. utilize the traditional surface. Romero.
You can see from Romero how he fares as this game goes on, the tournament goes on. You rightly mentioned, Mike, in terms of his fitness. Especially with how will he fare with it?
If there is good news for Argentina, they will play under a domed roof. And air conditioning. One would imagine as well in Dallas. The next two group stage matches, Austria, then Jordan.
More shorter than
You and I arrived here a few days ago. It's much more muggy and much warmer, especially in the afternoon. The sun going down with the humidity dropping off has made a huge difference. Messi flying forward. Leo Messi!
Goat. It's the proper goal.
Another majestic moment for Lionel Messi.
He makes football look easy. An incredible goal from this man. Should we be surprised after all these years of performing on the world stage? Absolutely not. There's nothing that Zidane in goal can do about this. But it's textbook. The way that he turns, the pocket that he finds, the drive forward, and then the shot in the top corner. Yes, I know it takes a little flick off the hands of Zidane, but it's just out of reach. Take nothing away from Argentina and Leo Messi. They have arrived in Kansas. They have arrived again on the world stage, and that man has produced the magic that we know he can.
His 14th World Cup goal.
14th World Cup.
Now joint third all-time.
Like a third all-time.
7th World Cup match, 20 years on from his tournament debut. And his third career goal against Algeria. He scored his third and fourth international goals at the Nou Camp 19 years ago against Algeria.
Football has an incredible way of creating those moments, those full circle opportunities. But now, Argentina fans on their feet, and no wonder, because they know yet again, in person, whether it be the first time they've seen it or the 10th, they have seen a little bit of magic from their star man.
Masti playing forward. There were questions as Gianni Infantino looks on and recognizes that Lionel Messi has again graced a World Cup with a rather spectacular moment.
He's had a successful season, but probably personally a season of up and downs. Unfortunately, time waits for no man, so it's not on his side at the moment, and he's had niggles and injuries that he's had to deal with. But there's no doubt in terms of having to necessarily play him into form, or worrying about where do you fit him in. So you can only play him 20 minutes, and you know that in these big moments, on these big stages, he will produce.
He said it all happened naturally. Scaloni saying everyone wants to see Messi on the field, but it was a day-by-day process. He and Rodrigo de Paul at Inter Miami in Major League Soccer were doing second trainings after the regular team training, just preparing for this
direct America podela.
He said, didn't he?
Before 2022 America
finally be his last, and everyone hoped it wasn't true and left the door open, and here we are 4 years later.
I assume you're not ready to take any wagers to whether he makes it another 4 years. He's certainly capable of proving just about everybody wrong. And so it is Argentina 1, Algeria 0. And Talib. There is Argentina's youngest
Messi proper
and now oldest World Cup goal scorer. Out to Montiel. De Paul. Each team saw a goal wiped away to offside in the opening 10 minutes. It's Messi who left, no doubt, in the 17th. Alistair.
Argentina now, just so much control of this game. They're picking up the pockets, and the movement for me was really set them apart from Algeria. Not necessarily the players that move to get on the ball, but the movement everywhere. Then the great example is the goal for Messi, the movement around it, then make sure that he can get in that pocket on the half turn and pick it up.
Arrow probing, so forces him back. TL. Messi, the give and go. Flicks it ahead, the return. Angles it across. Not a breach. Nori chasing.
The build-up was lovely. The 1-2 touch, playing it quickly. Algeria couldn't deal with it, but it was the follow-up, the long ball.
Like perfect passing.
Seen him for most of the game, really high and wide, and you're expecting him to be in that area where the ball dropped.
Even Spain game that time. Passing वगैरह.
See now in the low block, Algeria. I think they're scared to break the shape. Felt the full force now of Messi and Argentina. It's always difficult when you go one down relatively early on in the game, because the game plan changes. You have to rethink and see. I think for the moment at least, run out of ideas. But imagine the hydration break will.
Next ball out of play should take us to that first half hydration break. Next ball out of play should take us to that first half hydration break.
Hydration break.
Every seat is sold here. For many, the show that they came to see has already played out. It's a bit lackadaisical from the back, Montiel. And that takes us to a hydration break on a temperate night in Kansas City. Leo Messi scores a brilliant 17th minute go-ahead. Argentina 1, Algeria 0. Well, Algeria felt like they'd go toe-to-toe with Argentina in the opening minutes, and it led to quite an entertaining start. Both sides, goal ultimately deemed offside. And then Argentina finds the go-ahead in the 17th minute. Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, how much have things truly changed in the way either team approaches the game at the midway point of the first half now?
Well, as it stands, and it can obviously change, but as it stands, you've seen Argentina, since the goal especially, really take control of this game. The momentum certainly shifted in their favour, and for me, it started earlier before the goal, and I was mentioning it in terms of the movement that meant that they were getting the likes of Messi, Almada on the ball, because what they were doing is that wide players, for example, De Paul on the right-hand side, were coming in and making it narrow, and the fullback in they weren't quite sure what to do. Do they stick or twist? Do they follow their man, or do they wait? And a lot of time they were following their man, which made them really, really narrow. And then the cleverness of the likes of Montiel, who loves to get fullback position, or Messi, areas, then started to find those types of areas that then he can get into. I mean, what a wonderful view this is from the referee view, to get on the half turn with lots of space, and the last player in the world you want to give that amount of space to is Messi. And then obviously when he gets in and around the box, 20-25 yards out, he has got the ability and the magic to punish you, which he did in the end. So I think for Algeria, it's about dealing with the movement, the off-the-ball movement.
18 matches now, we've seen the hydration break in effect at the FIFA World Cup. Teams have found ways to try and alter momentum. If you're Algeria, how do you alter the momentum with the moment you were just afforded?
I think you need to be precise on who your players are and in the moments, in terms of you don't always have to go toe-to-toe and go and mark a player, and for me at times they're doing that too much and they're getting dragged in. It's about the communication, passing players through lines and be able to do half and half and be brave enough to go, right, I'm within touching distance of you. If the ball moves, I know I've got the pace or the power to get there, and obviously for every player that will look different, but I think they've got to do that to be able to get the ball forward and look more dangerous again. And that's what they were doing in the first 5 or 10 minutes, and especially then getting the likes of Nouri and Guy forward again is going to help them do that.
28th minute in Kansas City. Smallest host city of the 16 involved in this 3-country World Cup across North America. Argentina 1, Algeria 0.
Argentina is a goal mera egi tada laga hai.
Argentina World Cup, Argentina. Quite ready to make any assumptions, however. They did fall to Saudi Arabia despite scoring the opening goal of their opening game of the 2022 World Cup.
That's a reason they won't be complacent, and as well a couple of games that we've seen already in this tournament. It also sharpens the focus.
Huh?
Taro was tumbling through. Sabini went stride for stride. Zidane will collect.
First time we've seen Argentina go a bit more direct, actually. And normally they look to possess the ball, work through the thirds, but also happy when it's on to play the straight ball, and that'll also set a bit of panic and a bit of doubt into Algeria's minds by doing so.
Norway में उसका ही मोड़ है इतना
from Shavy.
Timing warning उसका देखिए.
Who celebrated a goal. See semi-automated VAR. Take it all away.
Ireland
it's been incredibly fast, and that's what the fans want, isn't it? For that technology to work the way it should.
Almada went down. Fernandez kept the move going for Argentina.
What a perfect pass.
Almada. First once more. Working off to Paul.
Back pass.
Alistair. Narrow. Montiel.
That's where I think at times Algeria have been too passive. You're going right into the low block, and that's fine. You're in your defensive third, but when the ball's there and you jump and you attack, you've got to go with purpose, you've got to go quickly. And for me, too many times now where in that shape, even though they've got 11 behind the ball, they've been far too passive in a small area.
Messi left it short. Mondi. Pressure. Messi billowing forward.
Looks in there, Mondi. Seen too much of a bad challenge, but I do think there's no malice in it. Just on the back of the Achilles there. That's a bad tackle. Like I say, I don't think it's meant with malice, but he knows. Messi, that's the nod of acknowledgement.
Messi. Runs through midfield, Lautaro. Service behind Almada.
It's the wrong technique, I think, for me. He doesn't quite know what he wants to do with the ball. Either you strike across it and you go for goal.
But anyway.
In the end, but you know what I really like about this, and it's really early in the play. In the end, but you know what I really like about this, and it's really early in the play. It's Lautaro rather. And he's not Lautaro rather. And he's not had much to do in terms of in the way of getting shooting opportunities, but his build-up play in terms of in the way of getting shooting opportunities, but his build-up play in the way that he's got in front of the ball when needed. Great little first touches. He's got in front of the ball when needed. Great little first touches, sets back into his teammates and just linked the play. He's done that ever so well so far tonight. To really penetrate and cause any problems to Martinez's goal.
Awkward header, Badawi. Maglori. Tried to slip it through Montiel, who was wise to it. Mata hit from behind. That's a clean challenge by Nori. Mata's thoroughly perplexed. Algeria continue. 5 minutes of first half stoppage time. Angling still for space, going for goal, takes a deflection, multiple. Bounces off Gouiri and into the grateful hands of Martinez.
Great little dancing feet by Musa. The body feints, the drop of the shoulders, and because of the deflections when it comes into Goiri, he just can't quite get a handle on the ball.
He did score a goal cutting in just like that against the Netherlands. Another foul from Belgali.
I don't know why he looks so perplexed.
To be the final action of the opening half. First of 4 group stage games in Kansas City. First of 6 matches in totality at the Kansas City Stadium. As he offers, Hallister was waiting and takes us to halftime.
अरे लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल एक्सपीरियंस कार केमिति कोन थिला के कोठी देखथिलो
मोर तो लेबे नेट
लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप में टीवी रे देखते बड़े मजा लगला
तू बुझे मोर लाइक वॉइस
हां
हां
सुबह
स्ट्रेस
फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप मोर लाइक 2014 में देखती टीवी रे तो टीवी रे ही दूतला ଏବେ ଆସିଲା ମୋ ନେଟଫ୍ଲିକ୍ସ ପରଫେକ୍ଟ ଆସିଲା स्टार्ट ହେଇଗଲାଣି କି ସେଟା
देखो 14 रे बोले नहीं नहीं 14 रे मोर मने पडुनी कि एक सेकंड देखो 14 रे एक लास्ट को कोन अर्जेंटीना जर्मनी हितला बोले
हां जर्मनी हितला 1 नहीं
हां से तो हां सेटा काइंड ऑफ मु देखितली मामू से राती 2 टा रे बोले मैच सरतिला ना कोन आई जस्ट ऑलरेडी मन अछि
140 150
That May 2022 World Cup का पूरा फुल मैच फाइनल का
हाँ तापर
बहुत
18th रे फ्रांस जीतिଥିଲା।
हां 18 ଟା ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସ ଥିଲା ରଷିଆ ରେ ହେଇଥିଲା।
हां ଆଉ
ଦେନ୍ ରଷିଆ
22 ଟା
ବ୍ୟାନ୍
ସବୁ ତ
ହେଇଗଲା। ଆରେ ତାହେଲେ ଏଇଟା ହାଫ ଟାଇମ୍ ଅଛି ଯଦି ଟିକେ ଏଇ ଗୀତଟା ଶୁଣିଦବା।
ମୁଁ କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ 18 ଟା ବି ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଛି ଆଜ୍ଞା। 18 ର ମୋର ମେମୋରିଜ ନାହିଁ କିଛି ଆଇ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ 14 ର ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ମେମୋରିଜ ଅଛି। 18 ର ମୋର ମନେ ପଡୁନି କି କଣ ହେଇଥିଲା।
18 ରେ ମୋର ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ଫିଫା વર્લ્ଡ କପ୍ ର ଅଧିକ ମେମୋରିଜ છે ଫିଫା ମୋବାଇଲ ଗେମ୍ ର। अच्छा तो
FIFA 19th कंप्यूटर में बहुत खेलिଛି FIFA 19
अच्छा ମୁଁ ଏମିତି FIFA 19 वगैरह खेले ମୋ ପାଖରେ FIFA 2003 ଥିଲା। FIFA 2003 ର ପ୍ରପର ମାନେ ରୋନାଲ୍ଡିନୋ वगैरह ଥିଲେ ତ ସେଇଟା ମୁଁ ଖେଳିଛି ଅଧିକା। FIFA 2003 କ୍ରିକେଟ 07 ନହେଲେ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ମୁଁ ଖେଳୁଥିଲି।
ମୁଁ 2020 ରେ ମୁଁ ଲ୍ୟାପଟପ୍ ଉଠେଇଥିଲି ତ ସେତେବେଳେ FIFA 19 ଟା କ୍ରାକ୍ ହେଇକି ଆସିଥିଲା। ସେଇଟା ଲୁଇକ୍ ପଇସା ମୋର ତ ଏଇଟା ବି ମନେ ଅଛି କି ଆର୍ଜେଣ୍ଟିନା ଆଉ ଅରେଞ୍ଜ ରଙ୍ଗର ବୋଧେ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସ ର ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଥିଲା ବୋଧେ ସେଟା ଅରେଞ୍ଜେସ ଯେ ପେନାଲ୍ଟି ଜିତିଲା ଆର୍ଜେଣ୍ଟିନା।
ହଁ ହଁ ସେମିଫାଇନାଲ ହେଇଥିଲା।
ହଁ
କ୍ୱାର୍ଟର ଫାଇନାଲ ଥିଲା।
କ୍ୱାର୍ଟର ଫାଇନାଲ ଥିଲା।
ଫାଇନାଲ ତ କ୍ରୋଏସିଆ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ।
କ୍ୱାର୍ଟର ଫାଇନାଲ ଥିଲା ମୁଁ ସେଦିନ ଘରେ ଥିଲି। ମୋର ଯିବାର ଥିଲା ଅଫିସ ପରେ ତ ମୁଁ ଲିଟରାଲି ବ୍ରଟ୍ half of
କେବେର କହୁଛ?
last
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଟା
2022
ମାନେ 2014 କଥା କହୁଛ।
ନାଇଁ 22 14 ରେ ମୁଁ ପିଲା ଥିଲି यार ମୁଁ ଆଣିଥିଲି ମୁଁ ଆରାମସେ ବସିକି ଘରେ ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଲଗେଇକି ଦେଖିକି ଶୋଇଥିଲି ଆରାମ ଜିତିଥିଲା ଆର୍ଜେଣ୍ଟିନା ସେଲିବ୍ରେସନ ହେଇଥିଲା ସେଇଟା ବି ଆଇ ଗେସ୍ ପେନାଲ୍ଟି ଜିତିଥିଲା ନା
ହଁ ନା ନା ବୋଧେ
ହଁ
ପେନାଲ୍ଟି
କୋଉଟା?
ହଁ ପେନାଲ୍ଟି
କ୍ୱାର୍ଟର
ଜିତିଥିଲା
ଫାଇନାଲ
ପେନାଲ୍ଟି ପ୍ରପର
ପେନାଲ୍ଟି ହେଇଥିଲା।
ମେସି ପୁରା ରେସ୍ ମୋଡରେ ଆସିଥିଲା।
ହଁ ଆରେ ମାରିଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଇଠା ଯୋଉ ମାରିନଥିଲା କିଏ ଗୋଟେ ବଲ୍ ମାଇଲା ସେ ଡଚ୍ ମାନଙ୍କ ଡଗଆଉଟ୍ କୁ ନେଦରଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡସ ଡଗଆଉଟ୍ କୁ
ଇଏ
ସେ ପୁରା
ମାରଥିଲା ବୋଧେ
ପାଣି ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା
ପାଲାସିଓସ୍ ମାରଥିଲା ବୋଧେ
ସେ ପୁରା ଏଇ ପୁରା ଗଲି ଆମର ଗଳି ହେଇଗଲା ପୁରା
ପାଲାସିଓସ୍ ଗୁଇଡୋ ରୋଡ୍ରିଗୋସ୍ ଭିତରେ କୋଉଟା ମାରଥିଲା ଚାଲ ଏବେ ମୋ ନେଟ୍ ଟିକେ ଆସିଲା ପୁରା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟିଂ ରୁ ହିଁ ଇସୁ ହଉଛି ନେଟ୍
ସକାଳୁ ସକାଳୁ କଣ ନେଟ୍ ସକାଳୁ ତ ନେଟ୍ ଭଲ ଦବା କଥା
ମୋର ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମର କାଲି ସରିଗଲା ଜିଓ ଟା ଆଉ ଆଜି ମୋର ସରିଗଲା ଫୋନ ରୁ
ତମେ କଣ ଜିଓ ଫାଇବର ନାଇଁ ନା କୋଉଟା
ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର
ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର 1000 GB ସରିଗଲା
କଣଟା
ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର 1000 GB ହଉଛି କ୍ୟାପ୍ ଟା
ଆରେ ମାନେ ଇଏ ସରିଗଲା ମାନେ ଯେତିକି ଦିନ ପଡୁଥିଲା
ଓ
ମାସକୁ ସରିଗଲା
ସବସ୍କ୍ରିପ୍ସନ
ସବସ୍କ୍ରିପସନ
ଓକେ
ତ ସେଇଟା ପକେଇବାକୁ ପଡିବ ଦେନ୍ ମୋର ଫୋନ ଟା ବି ସରିଗଲା କାହିଁକି ଫୋନରେ ମୁଁ ରାତିରେ କନେକ୍ଟ କରିଦେଇଥିଲି ରାତିରେ ପ୍ରାୟ ଦେଖିଲା ବେଳେ ଏବେ ପୁଣି ପକେଇକି ଯାଇକି ଉପରକୁ ଗଲି ଉପରକୁ ଯାଇକି ଛାତ ଉପରକୁ ଯାଇକି ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର ଟା ଠିକ କଲି ଯାଇକି ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର ଟା ପ୍ରୋବାବ୍ଲି ତମର ଯଦି ୱେଦର ଖରାପ ଅଛି କି ତାପରେ ଯଦି କିଛି ପଡି ଧୂଳି ପଡିବ ଦେନ୍ ନେଟ୍ ଆସିବନି
ମୁଁ ମୋର ହଉଛି ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର ନାହିଁ ମୋର ଫାଇବର ତ ଫାଇବର ଅପଟିକ କେବଲ ତ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ସେଇଟା
ମୋର
ସେଇଟା ଆଉ
Stepping
କରୁନି
out of the tunnel in Kansas
ମୋର ଆଗରୁ
City,
ଥିଲା
Argentina
ଆମର ଆଗରୁ
leads
ଫାଇବର ଥିଲା
Algeria 1-0 at
କିନ୍ତୁ
halftime.
ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଲା କି ଏବେ ଆମେ
Lionel
ଯୋଉଠି
Messi
ରହୁଛୁ ନିଜ
scores
ଘର
yet
କରିକି
another World Cup, his
ତ
record
ସେଇଠି
sixth
ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଫାଇବର
World
ଆସିନି
Cup. And
ସେଇଠି ଖାଲି
now
ଏୟାର ଫାଇବର ହିଁ
making
ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି
his
ଆସିଛି
way from
ଆଉ ଦଉନି
Miroslav
ନୂଆ ଫାଇବର
Klose
କନେକ୍ସନ ତାର
for
ପକଉନି
this tournament's
ଆଚ୍ଛା
all-time
जियो
scoring lead.
रियलाइज कला कि सेटा
Courtney
बेकार
Sweetman
खर्च
Kirk
होची
by
एयर फाइबर
Bronson
डायरेक्ट
hand.
सैटेलाइट रू बिड दियो
It is
कि दरकार
remarkable.
नहीं सी फाइबर
This
ये की पढ़ा पढ़ी आराम करता ला रे
This
रे रे
World Cup is in many ways an unexpected swan song
अभी होगा
for
कोना
Lionel Messi because it so
कुदरत का
many assumed he
निजाम
couldn't possibly
सामनाରେ
return
ହିଁ
4
ଭଗବାନ
years
ଚାଲିଛି
later.
ମାନେ
Messi mania has
अरे
overtaken the United States. Stadium practically
ତାକୁ
built in
ଯାଇକି
his
ମୁଣ୍ଡିଆ
image
ମାରିଦେଲେ ହେଲେ
at
ହେଇଥିବାରେ
Inter Miami.
ना ना
And he
किसी
scores
ह्यूमन
to
सेंसर
christen this new Argentine trip in this 2026 World Cup. There was a
कुदरत का
change
निजाम
at halftime. Nahuel Molina enters.
Montiel gala, Molina.
Montiel. And the countdown is on to the second half of this first group stage game in Group J. The first played in Kansas City.
Kansas City Superman thila na? Rohutla na? Mane as in DC comics hisabre.
Guerri takes the first touch for Algeria onto the second half.
One Kansas City Kansas City
Molina, who started it right back the majority of the last World Cup in 2022, replaces Gonzalo Montiel. Algeria unchanged. The question is how much they change in the personnel they already have, and how long do they go before they turn to the likes of the great Riyad Mahrez, or even Mohamed Amora, who had such a tremendous run through qualifying.
Yeah, I think you can't help but think that there'll be 10-15 minutes where they assess the situation. Algeria, are they making inroads with the players they've got, and what I would imagine will be tactical tweaks from the manager.
Algeria goal concede kala pore tike adhika bhalo kelni ke mu dekhu jisala yapa ke Argentina pa ke position hi rohni se bodari bulchon gade.
Greens have scored nearly 2.5 goals a game since Vladimir Petkovic took over in June of 2024.
ताकि तांकर chances बनी पर गोल मिले.
The second leading scoring team.
Starting में तो पूरा full attack करते हैं. आसु गोल मार देते हैं. इधर भी offside है.
And they come from behind to take a point for just the third time in their World Cup history, or perhaps a win after conceding the opening goal for the first time ever at a World Cup.
Hey, Martinez the last time dhori ki Golden Globe sare bakshidi kartela. Montiel
से गोटे प्लेयर पे पूरा गोटे रूल बनी गला कि तमे पेनल्टी टाइम रे डिस्ट्रैक्ट करि परिबनी पेनल्टी शूट
एने सेटा कोन लगे बोलते जो गोल्डन ग्लोब अरे गोल्डन ग्लोब जितला परे जो ऑन स्टेज तक तळे तळे लगे दितला रोल करी सेटा करे मतलब जस्ट
लाइक
पूरी कतार माने अरे भाई कतार लोको केयर्स भाई
बट अर्जेंटीना लोको केयर करते ना
गायब रही जଣା पड़िबनी
बढ़िया जिनस कि एमिलियानो मार्टिनेज का कैरेक्टर टा भल लागे से माने जमर के फरक पड़े दे को
मते गोलकीपर भितरे ये थिला मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड डी ग्रे ना कर्नाटक कोन ओड मन बने पड़े
डी है
सी मतलब सी बढ़िया लगे मते
से फ्योरेंटीना रे खेलु छे
आउ कोर्टवा भी बढ़िया खेले मते भल लगे जर्मनी रो बदे
कोर्टवा बेल्जियम
सी गोटे कष्ट गोल
मार्टिनेज दिन डिस्ट्रैक्ट होतला माने गोल मार्सेला पर मस्ती गोल सेव करला पर या गोल सेव करिया माने
सेलिब्रेट भी न करिवो ना कोन
से त माने सेडा प्रॉपर की बैन गला ना कोन दे रूल बनि गला कि करि पर अरे गोल
dealt with by Zidane. Argentina have gone on to win 24 of the last 25 matches. That ominous one, the group stage opener in Qatar against Saudi Arabia.
Algeria European coaster. But Croatian.
Dawi. On the slicing through midfield, Maza. Trailed by Almada. Also went down, play on.
It's a 49 minute, isn't it?
49 minutes.
In and around Maza again. He's done so well at negating the threat into him in the first instance. Can't do it then, McAllister, but does make up for it in terms of his recovery run to make the challenge.
Lautaro Martinez.
I think goal is
halfway by Rodrigo de Paul.
Goal.
Brilliant assist to Messi in the 17th. Match made in MLS heaven, it turns out. 2 of the 45.
Lautaro के अपन तो गोल मार दो
league in the United States to feature in this World Cup. In addition to 4 more from the second division USL Championship.
It's the running joke, isn't there, that you don't normally see Messi without Rodrigo de Paul, assister, bodyguard to boot.
Bodyguard କହିଦେଲା Rodrigo de Paul.
Messi chips it ahead toward Martinez. Hernandez was breaking through as well. Paul said, "I'm doing it because I love him."
Goal.
Here's the shot with effort. The effort from distance from Messi. Gets Patrick Mahomes up out of his seat.
Huh?
They do well, Argentina here to win it back. For me, one, it's disappointing from
Box
Messi.
with the space होता है ना, box with रहे तो हमको उधर build up करी मरे पूरे. बाहर उनके at least
don't
तो
get out to him nearly quickly enough.
ना कितना players थे दे tappings मारा. Romero. Karim Benzema of ethnicity is Algerian, but France नहीं कुछ दिला.
अरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया रे के ओडे पिलेटा बा इंडियन ना कोना.
न्यूजीलैंड रो.
Youth international Algeria through his
Harpreet Singh ना
Manpreet
Singh
parents.
तांकर जर्सी नंबर 10 से.
Started at AFCON.
तापरे आ गोटे आर भी खेलुचे कतार रे भी गोटे
manager said if I called him up it's
डिफेंडर खेलुचे केरला रो ना
because of his last name. He's doing so.
आ गोटे के गोटे गोल मारतला कमण सुनथिले तार भी इंडियन ओरिजिन ना कोन आई जो
oh beautiful shot. Oh,
Argentina breaking forward with speed.
अरे हाँ मार
Messi pursues.
रॉकी बैलन एटा गोल तेला
sweeps it clear.
माने गोल आसुचे तीनटा खंड
डी मारिया खेलनी हो डी मारिया खेलनी
ना
डी मारिया रिटायर्ड है ना.
Big opportunity, wasn't it, for Argentina in the break?
Retirement international retirement.
Decisions.
फिर ये भी रिटायर हो
Wrong time, but
आउ गोटे थिला मोर जो यारो जुवेंटस रो सेटो काटा
three of the Algeria goalkeepers. They've only got 10 caps between them.
ना select नहीं.
Position where they are very much lacking experience.
World Cup call up नहीं.
पॉलिटिक्स घुसा दिए क्या
ना मैंने से कहाँ जाकर तो कॉल अप दिखा दे मैंने जहाँ ले भी 24 का प्लेयर सिलेक्ट करे अपने अब भी बहुत सारे यंगस्टर उड़ा सिलेनी पार्को अच्छे निको पाज अच्छे आल्माडा कहाँ जाकर सिलेक्ट करो अब से जो पोजीशन ने खड़े पोजीशन में मेसी खड़े तो नहीं से मेसी वाला पोजीशन ने खेल परिबो नहीं से स्ट्राइकर खेल
Martinez swipes.
Oh, luck factor इतना गोली.
से पुणी स्ट्राइकर भी खेले कारी जगह करियो माने लाउटारो अछि और अल्वारेज अछि से जमर खेली परिबन ता
does he need the extra touch? That's in the build
तो मोरे बाजी नहीं पड़ीगला तो मोरे बाजी नहीं पड़ीगला
extra touch
वाला एक्टर
he takes Lautaro Martinez takes him a little bit wide. Just first time as the ball's coming through down his right hand side, it's going to be more difficult for Zidane in goal to save.
Zinedine Zidane is a legendary midfielder, like one of the best midfielder ever all time. Then Takuwa hala goalkeeper.
Lautaro Martinez saw an ankle injury largely derail his run. The 2022 World Cup. It's a Julian Alvarez spring to the fore, the age of 22.
टीवी रे बात हिंदी कमेंटरी होता है ना इंग्लिश होती है
नहीं बहुत अच्छा बहुत
suffering.
अच्छा
वो इंग्लिश लगी जी टीवी रे
मते मिलू नहीं
No.
ठीक है अरे जियो रे रहउची ना तमे सुनो तो जियो सेटअप बॉक्स अछि ना नहीं
It is Julian Alvarez's turn.
जियो सेटअप बॉक्स खोली की होम पेज को जिवो सेडी से लिखुथिबो कि लाइव टीवी प्लस नॉट ओनली लाइव टीवी सेडी फ्रंट स्क्रीन नहीं देखौथिबो कि फीफा फिल्म सेडी क्लिक मार के दितर ओटीपी देले देखुछ।
अच्छा लाउतार बाहर गला जुलियन अल्वारेज असला और ये क्या असला निको गोंजालेस असला निको गोंजालेस मे बी एलिस्टर जगह मैकलिस्टर जगह अल्वारेज हसिगला गोल हबो
Second and third change for Argentina. They made the first at halftime.
Alvarez रा पूरा सीन चलते है ट्रांसफर मार्केट।
For Argentina, you have the benefit of depth. You also have the benefit of foresight, knowing.
ये चाहूँ चे बार्सिलोना जाऊँ करे को ताको एटलेटिको मैड्रिड छाड़ू नहीं। ताकरे जिनते बार्सिलोना ताको 100 मिलियन बिड करते हैं एटलेटिको मैड्रिड मना कर देता है।
अरे इधर कौन बार्सिलोना को स्टार प्लेयर्स को ज्वाइन करे वन की?
Alvarez में तो लागे तुम तो।
Arguably they've got the greater depth and
quality. बार्सिलोना ये बारी हो लग गया हमारा।
लेवेंडोव्स्की
बारी वाला।
हाँ
हाँ।
Thank you.
About this.
Sorry वाला
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है ना?
रिन्यू कर लेनी।
मैंने एज एलन तो रिन्यू कर लेनी।
ये बे मेजर लीग सॉकर खेलियो MLS।
MLS रे अभी प्लेयर नंदा को ये करते तो चिकागो रो टीम था
शिकागो एफसी ना मानो
चिकागो फायर्स नाम तो कौन
तो मैंने जाको जॉइन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑफर करते
से मैंने भी को
ज्वाइन कर
सऊदी रे भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आछे तार इच्छा से जाना
सबुठ मजा लागला जानते कि नहीं साउदी माने रोनाल्डो रहियो बोली जो अल असीद और व्हाटएवर रे माने से तार लॉ हां तार लॉ चेंज कोला जानते कि नहीं ताकर एक्चुअली विदाउट मैरिज तुम रहि परिबोनी स्पेसिफिकली खाली रोनाल्डो से कंट्री रहियो बोली स्पेसिफिकली रोनाल्डो पे एक एक्सेप्शनल लॉ क्रिएट
माने
कि रोनाल्डो रहि परिबो ता वाइफ से माने ता गर्लफ्रेंड से तो बिना विदाउट मैरिज
रोनाल्डो जाउची माने बड़ कथा ते इन्फ्लुएंसर ताकर पूरा लीग चेंज कर देला
हां वैल्यू बढ़ गेला ना
हां रोनाल्डो का जो यूएस में MLS का भी खेल भी बहुत भला है
रोनाल्डो MLS का तो बेटर डिसीजन निकाला किंतु से जोड़ी खेलते भलो ही
in the final third they've kept the ball for periods of time
मुझे कोई भी रोनाल्डो तो इंग्लिश लीग खेलता था तार ताको टेके चैलेंज मिलता ए अल हदीरे कौन चैलेंज
सेमिते किछ नहीं थे कि माने से सेंटर भी ताको को भी इंग्लिश क्लब खेले ना था को भी इंग्लिश से ट्रांसफर मार्केट रे थिला एकला से यूनाइटेड पे थिला केही बीड करलेनी ता कोई गोटे टीम बीड करला नाही वेस्ट हैम करला नाही किसी छोटा छोटा टीम भी करलेनी
मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड रे आस्तले मजा आइतांदा घर बैक वापसी
थिला पर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड आस्तला कोन करे जुवेंटस पर मैन यूनाइटेड तापर गला साउदी मैन यूनाइटेड रे इतने खराब खेलना ना से कि मैन यूनाइटेड वाला ही कहले तो छाड़ी दिया तो गुडी के रख नहीं जाए देन देखो ट्रांसफर मार्केट रे पक्का हला देन से निजो को नीचे लिस्ट कर दला कि मते जिप छाड़ी बर होते केही बीड करलेनी गोटे भी यूरोपियन टीम बीड करला
सीना showing their hands first with the substitution
अल हबीबी आसी गला हबीबी
एमने चांस देखले कहले कि आठवाणी बार पूरा अधिक इवन मेसी पे बीड करले समथिंग 2 बिलियन हाईएस्ट से मेसी पे बीड करले मेसी मना कर दला
मेसी को लगी इधर में नहीं जाएगा मेरा कट जाएगा
मेसी को डेविड बेकहम डाकले गोल
brilliant interception
एड़ा गोल है
by Mondi it really is and you always run the danger in that position that you're going to turn it into your
goal है तांदा
but he knows
goal है
it
तांदा
he has to get something on
ते
it
भलो इंटरसेप्ट कर दला
great ball in by De Paul with the initial touch
देन मेसी रो मैंने डेविड बेकहम डाकिला ना तो डेविड बेकहम को ऑलरेडी डेविड बेकहम तो केते ये भी दोला इक्विटी दोला से प्रॉपर आधर प्लेयर अछि देन प्लेयर पर एक इक्विटी होल्ड करे इवन जो ताकर एप्पल टेब रे जत्ते कि व्यूअर्स अछि तार के पार्ट्स कोटे परसेंटेज कोटे मेसी को मिले तो से प्रॉपर कोई जगह
लाइक जत्ते जाते
मेसी आड़े गोल करा
matters around
ओडी गोल हला
हां ई चला
अच्छा रो देखियो
तो कोई में आगु बिड देबी 30 सेकंड पछरे से आगु बिड देबी
रो देखियो ना ना
हां अरे छत से
गोल मिस जो करे
Swings the cross.
Goal
he sir tapare ye kar do.
From range.
अरे यार मेसी बसी गोल पे गला
माने भलो लागे से जगह रे थिला
कुछ नहीं गोल मारा मैंने
माने देखो एबे हम काली कथा होतले किए पाइबो गोल्डन बूट मेसी पाई पारे
अरे यार टीवी रे भी बहुत पछर अछि यार टीवी रे मु लाइव लगे छी स्टिल पछर अछि एतर तुम जानि छी 30 सेकंड्स पछर अछि
for Messi.
Goal celebration सरू आगो को ये कर दो
Think Zidane is going to be disappointed with this though. Yes, it comes through bodies.
माने एबे तो दीटा गोल तो मेसी रो दे गेला गोल्डन बूट
Let's start from the beginning. Wonderful touch by Messi. Great ball out from the goalkeeper. And then it's about this follow up.
एटा 20 नंबर रो गोल थला बट
from McAllister.
माने एटा
is extremely poor by the
टैप इन टाइप रो थला तब रिबाउंड के पड़े
मेसी आराम हेलो
in that position you need to push
तार
it out
गोल तो
wide
नथला
you can't push it back into the area. This will give us a better indication.
काहे सेफ
40 नंबर असिस्ट हेलो 40 नंबर असिस्ट हेलो
असिस्ट तो गोलकीपर रहला
Messi right place at the right time following in and it'll be one of the
एटा
easiest
एक्चुअली
goals
एटा असिस्ट
he ever
काउंट
scores
होबनी
in his
एटा
career.
इंडिविजुअल गोल काउंट होबो कहेंगे रिबाउंड गोल थोड़ा इंडिविजुअल गोल काउंट
And that's saying something among the 913 for club and country. He scored in 5 consecutive World Cup matches. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner.
Has 2
on Argentina's opening night.
एबे आगु को ये कर दियो मैंने जो 30 सेकंड आगु को
Insurance for our
रह गेला
service lofted. Martinez guided it out.
Reinforcements are ready for Algeria, but you can't help but think too little, too late. Argentina went early, made the changes, made that decision.
माने मेसी रो जति इंपैक्ट असना टीम रे बेबी माने प्रॉपर समस्त मेसी पे ही खेलु चंती कि मेसी जितू
Rodrigo the ball.
मेसी को असिस्ट मिलियो मेसी गोल मारे प्रॉपर सेमिति
नहीं सेति पे नहीं मेसी क्रिएट भी बहुत करे टू थिंक अबाउट इट
क्रिएट माने एबे भी से सेते ही भलो खेलुछ कि चेंजेस
That's the third
बट
time
द
he's
थिंग इज रोनाल्डो वाला मोमेंट रे रोनाल्डो के हेल्प करनांती एबे का मोमेंट रे लाइक सबु माने लाइक केथे जेलस टाइप रो अछि काहे रोनाल्डो एबे भी खेलुछि टीम रे देनु चांस से मझिरे गोटे ताका लॉकर रूम मूवमेंट हेतला आदरे केते केते प्लेयर सब रोनाल्डो अगेंस्ट रे थिले
अरे कोन हमारा खेलिबन के वर्ल्ड कप
खेलिबो ना
कोन आसली कोन
महाराज आसला रियाद महाराज आसला तांकर बेस्ट
ever scored in this tournament.
रियाद महाराज अगर खेलुतला मैन सिटी पई
Perhaps trying to make a late run to take something from the match. A triple change. Guiri comes out. There's Zamora. 10 goals in the last 6 games of World Cup qualifying. And yes, Riyad Mahrez. His first World Cup appearance since the lone appearance in 2014 against Belgium. Back in 2014.
यार तीनटा सब्स्टिट्यूशन ही वाला अच्छा स्ट्राइकर चेंज हो गया अच्छा गौरी जगह रे महाराज असला और असला
You're a fan of his as well, so 3 attacking players who can make a real impact.
Yeah, and that was the one that will be a little
अच्छा एटा म लगे भूलियो एटा सुबु छि यार साउंड का
wonderful technical ability.
ना म्यूजिक आसुनी
म्यूजिक आसुनी
More than anything in this moment that I think Algeria really need will be that link, will be the ability to play forward with quality for the likes of Mahrez and Shabi as well, that I think is so desperately needed right now for Algeria.
Entire screen sound पे तो शेयर करो
Being said, they need to get on.
ए बेस्ट पर तुम्हारा सेटअप बंद है
अरे यू नो लॉन्गर शेयरिंग योर स्क्रीन
केमते निजे
भाई पिला बड़े तमे शेयर कलो ना
तो दीडा का केटे शेयर हे परिबो এই গীতটা লগাইবে মু ঘরে
Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World
तीन
Cup,
शेयर होती
World
मोरो
Cup,
हाँ
Argentina,
होचे
Argentina, Dina, Dina,
भाई
Dina,
मैंने मेसी
Dina,
को
Dina.
चांस दिया
This
था
be the moment.
ओ भाई
Zidane
ओ भाई
just
नहीं है
enough to
दिलेगा
whisk away
भगवान गेम
Messi's
प्ले
effort toward a hat trick.
मेसीरा हैट्रिक
The
फास्ट
whole
में तेरे ये
stadium
क्रेजी हुआ
held its breath,
वैसे हैट्रिक के गले से बड़े
waiting
एम्बापे
for
कांदे
history. There's not
मैं
much
चीटिंग
that
करता है तू
this man hasn't
चीटिंग
achieved.
अरे
एम्बापे बहुत
पागल
बड़ा
हो
है ये
2022 रे मेसी
A
जितने
World
पहले
Cup
नहीं
hat trick
गोल्डन बूट था
really would
गोल्ड
put the
हाँ
cherry on top.
एम्बापे नहीं वाला
Short to Alvarez.
Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina.
Alvarez. Nobody home. Dipped it past Medina. Nearly won it back in the counter pressure. Slides away from Mazza. Algeria dominant against Bolivia. A late winner against the Netherlands. Tremendous performance by Zidane in the lead up to this World Cup. Facing the brunt now, reigning champion. Off the turn, Mori. No further.
अरे पुण्यस लोग अभी रात के लिए कौन लाइव है तू
हाँ मैंने कहूँ तो पोर्तुगल लग पड़े रहा
Paul sharing a few
पोर्तुगल
words.
ला अधिक पिंडा भी आसते हैं बद्धे मते हेले भी श्योर नहीं
Fifth appearance for the Algerians. Did get to the knockout stage in Brazil in 2014. Took Germany to the limit.
हाँ रोनाल्डो अरे हाँ बड़ा जोकटा मने पड़ला रोनाल्डो थी नहीं जो अल हदीद ना कौन से सेठी
The
सू
expanded
करनो तो
World
गोल
Cup and
मारला
the
पर
nature of
अल
two
सू
नसर
बहन
teams
अल्लाह
reaching
को
the
तो
knockout mean
हाँ ना सर
for both
गोल
teams,
मारला
and they
पर सू
both made
करनो
it
तो सू
abundantly clear
बहन
in the lead
अल्लाह को
up.
तो
This is not fundamental to qualifying for one team or the other.
And going back to what I said in terms of why
मैंने
not
एटा
start
प्रॉपर
lots of
भला
the
लावे
more,
तो सकाल उठी के देखिए लाभ हो
is it that their main focus,
पता है
Algeria, isn't really on
बट
this
दिक्कत
game?
ये है कि सकाल उठते
They,
करो ना
they know
घर
they
जाने के
don't
लिए
live
कि
and
सकाल
die
उठी
by
परिवार
this game, and
तभी वो बोलेंगे तो सुबह उठ
is it about where they really put
मोर
their energies? And I'm not saying they could have
जेतला
come out
गेम था
here and
निजे निजे
beat
नहीं तो भांग जाए सेजन
Argentina in
मैं
ब्राजील
आजी
the
मोर
मोर
देह और
2024.
नहीं बोली मुझे
That can
सकाल
happen on
उठी
a first
नॉर्मली
game,
मु
but
छह
sometimes as a
सातला
manager,
पर
as players,
उठे
you've got to
सातला
make those
अल्लाह मजे
decisions on really where
सातला
to
पर उठी काम
concentrate your
करो
energies, and maybe it
तो
wasn't
देह बोलने
Argentina
बोले साढ़े
tonight.
5 नहीं दम गया
मोर निजे निजे भांग गया मैं
Service
डिसाइड करते कि आज
across.
उठ के आ रहा है मैच
Steered away from
अरे
the
कितना
मोर
फालतू
इंटू
Mahrez
काला
at the back
रात
stick.
गली दीटा पर सोइला पर मु जानथली कि आई वांट एबल टू गेट अप मो देह बोलने मेडिसिन खाइची आई डोंट नो 5:30 ऑटोमेटिकली दम गया
Slides it
हाँ
centrally,
बड़े
Oh,
and this
nice.
shot runs wide
Nice,
of
nice.
Femi Martinez. That's as good a chance
एबी के
as
जॉइन
Algeria's
कर
had in the half. Hawar off the mark. Former French international back in 2020, a singular cap.
फॉर्मर फ्रेंच
Regretted
इंटरनेशनल
that decision. Ultimately
हाइड्रेशन
debuted in
ब्रेक
वैसे
2023
पानी
for
पियो
Algeria.
यार
As we reach
नहीं पीना पानी
the
मेरे
second half
बिना पानी
hydration
पी के तो
break
वैसे तो भलो
in Kansas City. Messi twice. Argentina 2, Algeria 0.
अरे स्मार्ट वाटर एटा तो हमर एठी भी मिलछ
Well, Argentina finds their second goal.
अमेरिका
Algeria
खेले सेम
bring on
खाली तो
their
एम्बापे
cavalcade
बिस्लेरी
of
पिउतला
attacking options off the bench. And with still plenty of time to still impact the game.
बोधे
20 minutes
स्मार्ट
फ्रेंच
वाटर
टीम
remaining.
पे
कितने एडवर्टाइजमेंट देती बाबलो स्मार्ट वाटर कितने
Yeah,
कोटी देती
it's not impossible
मिनिमम
for
300 कोटी
Algeria.
देती
But
वो
have they
नाम
got
बोतल को मेसी पियो
a very big mountain to climb? Yes, there is no doubt. Giving
अब
Maybe
हम
Argentina
दवा
a
का
two-goal lead
काली काली
ओ
is
मेसी
going to
भी
be especially difficult to come back from.
काली एम्बापे
But
बिस्लेरी रुपानी
the
पिउतला
quality that they've brought on in the likes of Mahrez and
यार
Amora and
एबे क्रिकेटर
Aouar,
फेकेटा सब
who
ब्लैक
we
वाटर
saw had that
पिउचंती
shot and I'm
एनर्जी
very
ड्रिंक
fond of as a
पिउचंती
player. Sort of from that range, that's what he's very good at. So there's still time. There's two sides to it. get yourself back into the game. Yes,
अच्छा
can
हाँ
you get
और
a
तो
point?
अगर
But
फ्रांस
also,
का
there's the
खेलता
other
है
side. If you can't,
अबे अल्जीरिया
don't concede more. Don't make this bigger than what it needs to be. So there's two sides to it, and also then, as we've mentioned, it's about the rest of the tournament. It's about putting that confidence, those philosophies, those passages in play, and making sure that that's something that you carry forward. But that was the moment, wasn't it, for Messi, where everyone was on their feet, everyone held their breath. Thinking that a little bit of history was going to be made tonight, but all credit to Zidane. He does well, he doesn't go down too quickly. He stays big for as long as he can, and to push it away from goal in the end.
And Argentina bows down.
अगर से मैंने बियर धरिकी बसंती हमारे टीम मदद बिले झगड़ा है कि
Argentina leads Algeria 2-0. You know, Messi becomes the youngest and oldest goal scorer for Argentina at the World Cup. And all the while becomes the eldest player to score a brace in World Cup history. Not a record.
Kahila ki Messi is the youngest goal scorer for Argentina and also the oldest goal scorer in the World Cup history.
Thinking, leave it to me. Maybe I can change that.
I would think he's a little bit busy before his record-tying 6th World Cup appearance for Portugal.
If Ronaldo score करना then proper fans मैंने खुशी है मैंने खाली fans नहीं
play continues following the
मैंने Ronaldo को तो
second
दरकार
half
World Cup Messi
hydration break.
proper free है ही थोड़ी सी अब तो दरकार नहीं already सब
पोजीशन है
नेमार तो मैं भी हाइट देगा से खेलेगा
नो मैटर में जितने भी चाहो वी ऑल नो कि पोर्तुगल नंबर नहीं वर्ल्ड कप
हां बट स्टिल माने उठे रही होती रोनाल्डो जीतू तार उठे माने
मोर तो भी टॉप 4 प्रेडिक्शन है मोर जो फ्रांस अर्जेंटीना आउ
मोर ब्राजील
ब्राजील ई पारे स्पेन तो मते जा लागुतला स्पेन ऊपर मते डाउट आसगला
डाउट करी हबने कन पूर्व थर तो फर्स्ट मैच हारिथिला अर्जेंटीना सऊदी अरेबिया इंदले ड्रॉ ही करछन पूर्व थर फर्स्ट मैच हारला परे अर्जेंटीना के माने प्रॉपर पूरा लोक दुखी मु तो दुखी
front of Zidane.
Nearly.
I would go like
this.
Oh, बड़े चलो
Messi. Penalty.
Hold up,
भाई VAR करो
मेसी रे हैट्रिक दरकार पेनल्टी पे
VAR
पड़ दे उड़े तो पेनल्टी मेसी डाइव करेनी
Holds his whistle.
The Argentina fans aren't happy, you can hear that. But I do think it's about
तो छाड़ी देला पहले VAR
करो. Is there contact? Yes. Enough for a penalty?
अरे स्टार्ट कर दो लगे
I don't think so.
अरे पेनल्टी थिला क्लियर पेनल्टी
And they don't hold play on the ensuing throw. It appears the VAR.
अरे बाबर खेला है तो
VAR चले भाई बैकग्राउंड चलती डोंट वरी
VAर चलते ना
पहिला हां पहिला
पेनल्टी हेगले मेसी रा हैट्रिक फर्स्ट मैच वर्ल्ड कप पे पुणे अल्जेरिया ଗୋଟେ खराब टीम भी नुहो ଭଲ टीम ताई
Bundesliga and for Algeria's future surely.
तो रेफरी को दिखेगा था ना गेम को स्टॉप करके
starring at Leverkusen in the
Bundesliga. सेपोडो
आसले
रेफरी जीवो
Mazza once more. Maybe puts it wide. Mazza orchestrating the game now. He's able to find Amora. He's not on the first effort. Suddenly this is enticing for Algeria. And DePaul.
जिडान को तो ऐसा कुछ अरे तारा पुओ खेलुचे ना गोलकीपिंग करते अल्जेरिया पे
Zinedine Zidane looks on. Luka.
Disappointment.
I
thought I raised you well. It's all a disappointment.
Challenging. I thought there's contact, but I don't think there's enough there.
अबे देख लूडो
penalty. The Paul's asking the question.
about 2 minutes later.
कहीं वार फार किसी माने रिजल्ट आछले
He's never short of a few words.
Maybe negative is it?
देखि भी तो लाने ना माने हम तो देखि जानी पड़ती पेनल्टी के ना पेनल्टी नो हमहु देखेला
17th minute from outside the penalty area.
रिप्ले देखेला जरा
A handsome rebound at the hour mark. Masti 2 goals for Argentina tonight as the wave is broken out in Kansas City. Truly, welcome to the United States, Courtney. Now you've experienced it all.
I've got the full package.
What? Messi score kala re?
Out hai.
Hat trick.
Back to Messi.
Oh, pura D line ro. Beauty. D line ro maila pura.
His first World Cup hat trick.
His first World Cup hat trick. जाओ सकाल उठिया वर्ती गला पैसा उठिया
बढ़िया लागे
One of one, never to be replicated.
इधर में से किसी हेयर स्टाइल करनी चुपचाप पड़ा शूटिंग पड़े कटी पड़े
In Argentine lore and now tied with Miroslav Klose, most
नहीं
goals in
ठीक
the
है
World Cup.
रन ठीक है रन ठीक है
A special moment for an incredibly
पूरा लाइन रो मैला
special player.
तेरा outside the box ही count
The
होगा
way that he strokes this
हाँ
home.
माने proper outside the box ही मार देते गोटे ने rebound है
This is a pass into the net.
crazy baby
तो एटा असिस्ट होगा ना ओवर टेक्निकली एटा भी असिस्ट होगा ना
ऐसा असिस्ट है
It is another record for Leo Messi.
सही असिस्ट मतलब ये बड़ा गोलकीपर रिबाउंड है
Number 16 at the World Cup, number 120 of his 200 appearance career for Argentina.
जो मैंने मिस करते हैं तो पिला पर
Would he even make it?
हाँ तो होता है ये थोड़ी खेल
And then some.
समस्त बसने पोर्तुगल मैच देखे
पोर्तुगल में रोनाल्डो फैन देखते हैं भाई कौन है
शॉट अटेम्प्ट नीचे 4 ऑन टारगेट 3 टा गोल
I can't believe that I thought that
रोनाल्डो फैन पूरा बहुत वक्त
22 was going to be my last one. I could have missed out on this moment.
अरे यार गोलकीपर सॉरी रेफरी पड़े असला मजे रे
हाँ
Argentina.
थ्रो आउट गोल
Looking for more.
आउट
अब
Alvarez.
आउट करो मिस
नहीं मिस कर दे ले लाना बता
अल्वारेज
डायलॉग कर दो नहीं
अरे
बढ़िया रिकवरी अरे दे दिला
On the Massa.
अधिक तारीफ पड़े
पीछे ने एक्टिंग
Moving screen.
एक्टर रूट
और भी पड़ोनी मैंने आकर खोल दो मेसी बॉल ही था
एक्टिंग ओह हार्ट अटैक हो गया मत ए एक्टर रूट कोटे में तो माइनस हो गया
Kansas City. That's a sellout.
पूरा इंजूर हो
Being
गया
attended to. Otamendi and Pass await their moment.
अरे इसमें जापानीज अर्जेंटीना बेसिकली
played Algeria only once in their history. June 2007.
जापानीज शर्ट अर्जेंटीना जर्सी के लिए उतरा था
अर्जेंटीना जर्सी के लिए
short of his 20th birthday. He
You
scored
are not
twice.
Japanese girl, na? There's a
His
difference.
third and fourth international goals. And now in his 200th appearance for his
और
country.
मेसी का पहला
Goals
टाइम
118, 119,
कपी छूट गया
120. And a
Messi मारी
standing
ना?
ovation in
अरे
Kansas
यार
City.
चलो रेस्ट करो
हैट्रिक हो गया ना
Cup history.
और यार मार्शल तो नहीं लगा
इंजर्ड और भी चांसेस अच्छे ना कौन करता
निको पास असला निको
मतलब
पास
एपिक टाइम रे बाहर चला ठीक है
अरे एक्सेड के वडे मेसी रो वुडू डॉन
क्या
करतला
लगा
A true magician
ओटामेंडी असला कैप्टन
at work.
और ठीक है यार मेसी का वो एपिक के लिए कर देगा तो वाला ना
मेसी तो अच्छी होती मेसी तो देखे ना सब कुछ
By the way,
नहीं मेसी वाला
वो देखो मैंने कहां करते थे
रोमेरो लिख रहा
might
था
not be the next Messi, don't get me wrong, but he is such an exciting young talent. Good season at Como.
और डिस्कॉल कर रहे हैं रॉड्रिगो डिस्कॉल
मोरो भाई मैं तो मैसेज करता थी भाई बट वो तो पेसी था ना वो तो सॉकर खेलता था ना
that big 106 million move to Chelsea. So watch this space with Nico Paz.
Fernandez named the World Cup's best young player in Qatar after not featuring in World Cup qualifying.
Messi
Four
score
caps.
line 17 minutes, 60 minutes.
Tonight, his 10th appearance for Argentina. From the Serie A Young Player of the Year in Italy to the best midfielder in the league, helping Como qualify for Europe. His dad, Pablo, featured at the '98 World Cup for Argentina. This is trouble. Algeria win it. Overtaken.
Counter.
Goal.
Here he is. Gonzalez.
Nico Gonzalez भी Argentina रा Ferran Torres.
Well, Vladimir Pekovic said.
Huh?
He had a plan A and plan B. As it pertained to Martinez or Alvarez starting, but as it pertained to Messi, he said, I've never made a plan to stop one player. It's about stopping the players that allow him to be at his best. I imagine that strategy might change, and old habits for the 62-year-old manager who may face just his 4th loss in 30 games in charge. If he ever sees Messi again, he'll be cognizant.
It'll be too soon, I imagine, but you're right. It's not just about what Messi does. It's about the way that the team plays around him to get the best out of him without him being it's all about them. And it's not necessarily about the team, and you don't get the best out of them as a collective, whereas I feel Argentina have the best of both worlds. They have one of the best players to ever play the game. But a team effort that works without we've seen 4 years ago and we've seen tonight. That is a leader.
Actually,
It was Bulbina and Zorruti.
मेसी देखिले जो हुए नहीं मेसी और गिगा चैडर मिक्स लगुतला स्टैचू
अरे ना सेटा काढी देले काहे कना सेटा ये होतला मिना हल्लुतला बॉडी एतला फाउंडेशन बनत लगा हां अरे ना माने मेसी माने एक्चुअली कोलकाता लोक माने डिजर्व करथले मेसी को अधिक टाइम देखियार से
अरे भाई सेटा नहीं कोलकाता रो पॉलिटिशियन माने पूरा अलग
अरे मक्का बनने दी गवर्नमेंट
shoved down by Julian Alvarez.
तो गवर्नमेंट माने चलतला ना सम्मान तो बेसी अटक करना होई जाऊ मेसी अब फैंस वाला लगिए
बॉल विनर 0 की
comes on very hungry to make an impact. It's not about seeing this game out. And
Algeria पे पूरा मेक्सिको बड़े जर्सी डाई
perspective.
मेक्सिको सऊदी अरब डाई मतलब आगुरु थिला
सऊदी रो मैच चलिगला ना
इधर चिले खेलुछ ना खेलने पुनी
के those physical output throughout the tournament, then they will be best placed to be able to
अच्छा चिले जो टीम
Argentina if they continue
कंट्री हां
ना से क्वालीफाई ना
चिले तो मैं क्वालीफाई कर दूं
साउथ अमेरिकन क्वालीफायर से क्वालीफाई करना चिले मजरे
सऊदी रो मैच चलिगला रे
सऊदी हां गोटे ड्रॉ ही थी बोल सऊदी रो ड्रॉ कर
ओहो ऐसे सऊदी अरब बहुत करे ना कतार तो बोले ड्रॉ कर कतार भी ड्रॉ कला
कोरिया जीती एशिया रो और ऑस्ट्रेलिया एशिया रे काउंट हो जाएगा मु जान ओशिनिया रे किछ अलगा
भाई जापान जे भाई तुमे कोन कोचो मेन तो जापान को बोलियो लो
जापान ड्रॉ करछि ना जापान ड्रॉ करछि
हां जापान भी ड्रॉ करछि पर जापान बहुत मतलब भलो छै माने मु कहले
नहीं मुगल जापान एशिया रो ना ते गुड
एशिया हां जापान तो ऑब्वियसली एशिया
मु कहतली एबे प्रॉपर पूरा खाली फ्रांस मैच आगरु जेते कि मैच हेतला दादा एशिया लीड करथिला
अरे रेफरी कोन देले रे
6 एटा फ्री किक 6टा मैच रे
makes the most of it. Let's put it that way.
ये 6टा मैच रे 2टा इथिला एशिया रो टीम गोटे कोरिया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी खेले
की कौन मिल रहा है
15 goals
free
in
kick.
Saudi
रियाज मारे
contribution last year. Free kick
Yes,
that
well,
would provide Algeria a vital goal.
देख रहे थे वो सोई पड़ रहा है
This goal
हां
difference
मैंने
could
से
very
काले
much
तोड़
be a
मार दो
part
गोड़ तोड़
of their future.
मेसी ही मारे मेसी जो को ही लोक तळे
मेसी
सोई
मारी गोल करछि मेसी मारी गोल
ता परठु ही लोक तळे सोउचंती मेसी निजे सोइतला पीएसजी रो गोटे मैच
It's Mahrez off the
वाल क्लियर कर पालन महाराज को भी एज लानी man
नहीं मेसी पीएसजी सहित अगर खेल था ना ताले तो आगु भी
takes it out to
बढ़ता
touch.
मेसी आउ के आगु बढ़िबो
माने चैंपियंस लीग में जीते खाना सब कुछ करता
हां माने से ठीक टाइम रे पीएसजी सारला पीएसजी तळे भी फालतू खेलुला जब मेसी खेलुला
World Cup hat trick 17 60 76 and sent subbed off.
Not a bad night's work, is it?
I was thinking back early in his Inter Miami tenure, maybe the most infamous match of his early days with the club was played here in Kansas City. The wind chill was actually below 0 Fahrenheit. And there was Messi scoring the late winner against Sporting Kansas City in CONCACAF Champions Cup. It's much more temperate tonight. I imagine a few more fans.
Year of defending champions.
Proof though that he can do it in all conditions.
जदी इतिल अर्जेंटीना कोणतरे अरे गला गला
night in Kansas City.
ना ना सेफ हो जी बॉल कोटे बच्चा को
Algeria into the final third once more. Can they make the most of it?
ये माने डी भीतर को आनी पाना है बॉलटा डी रोल जो री रोल
गोल तो दीवार में अच्छा मैंने अल्जेरिया आंदला आने की बाहर को बारी
sunset of his international career. Mahrez
cross
pushes ahead. Zarouki
block ta bola
अरे फुल कर दिला
offers the service toward the penalty spot. Zarouki settles once more. Mahrez. It's hard to put into words all that Mahrez means to the Algerian national team, and what he accomplished certainly in his time in England is top of mind.
Yeah, incredible footballer, and had the pleasure of watching him quite a lot from played for my hometown club in Leicester City and then at Manchester City, and one of the best first touches I've ever had the privilege of watching, but just say now in the twilight of his career, but still
Messi में World Cup रे top scorer रहेगा
in the Saudi
Pro League close है 16
goals in 44 appearances.
Mbappe एडे गोल 14 goals का शेयर है
semi-final in the 2019 AFCON title run.
Like माने एबे तो Mbappe ही like top scorer रही जगह जब पंद्रह से रिटायर करूँ Mbappe गोटे World Cup लियो
Nothing on target.
या फिर अब दीटा World Cup लियो
toward Emi Martinez.
8 वर्ष हाँ खेली परिवार 8 वर्ष कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं
It's one of the places at times they've struggled, Argentina, at the back in general. Injuries, lack of form, certain players. So they do come out with a clean sheet. I think that'll be another tick on the box they'll be really happy with. And I think Emi Martinez is a great player, but again, maybe not had his best season before. Looked like he was leaving Aston Villa. Manchester United were one of the clubs touted with that, but didn't get his move, stayed and had a bit of a turbulent season, but an Argentina shirt I think is always a different beast.
Pina couldn't turn toward frame. Europa League final, broke that ring finger. Much made of the antics and penalties that resulted in a bit of a rule change as well. I read one article that was excellent describing how many Emi Martinez jerseys exist now in Argentina, and that maybe the next goalkeeper has been inspired by those antics.
Yeah, it's very rare, isn't it, that goalkeepers have that sort of big following. A lot of them have big personalities, but he's certainly a mould of his own.
Into stoppage time. 6 added minutes. Argentina will play their last 2 games out of the elements.
6 minutes.
Dallas Stadium. Majestic billion-dollar palace that it is. Austria, then Jordan. Algeria will go to Santa Clara outside San Francisco, face Jordan, and then finish here in Kansas City against, of all teams, Austria. Which, may give some Algerian fans a bit of a shiver.
Algeria, 5
The disgrace of Guillaume could perhaps play out all over again. At least this time they'll have a line in that play. It's a long way away now. Messi looks on, mission accomplished in his return to his 6th World Cup. One has to imagine the weight that Argentina has felt over the last 20 years. Finally break it off with the title in Qatar, the way they did it. And then all the expectation that comes with trying to repeat with a roster that's certainly aged in these 4 years.
Yeah, and like you say, it was such a massive achievement in 2022, and it was 36 years after that second triumph in Mexico. But now it's the expectation, isn't it, of what they come and do again, and I think they're in with a really big shout. Yes, France are always there and about, same with Spain, but look, you can't just go off one performance, because if you'd gone off one performance in Qatar, you'd have said they're never going to win it. But they're looking good, they're looking strong, the strength and depth, the fact that you mentioned the games now in the dome, in terms of that temperature, that will be a lot easier on the body and physically, so that will give them the ability to recover more quickly. So a lot of things so far, albeit very, very early in this competition, look to be going in Argentina's favour as it stands. And it's always the big one is the fact that they can bring Messi off tonight, wrap him in cotton wool, ready to go again.
Alvarez, midway point of added time approaching. Fernandez. Callister.
Proper defensive खेलनी वाओ गोल पे ट्राई करना.
His 133rd cap, his 4th World Cup. And a beautiful moment for him to return to River Plate. Called it a dream come true after that extensive trek across Europe, Otamendi. From Portugal to Spain, the 6-year run at Manchester City, returning to Benfica, captaining the side, 281 appearances. And now headed home at the age of 38.
It's one of the only things that maybe you look at this Argentina side in terms of 9th oldest in the World Cup, average age in the squad of 29 years and 19 days. And just do wonder,
foul.
With this new format as well, might they run out of steam? Might that be a problem for them in the end?
They also start 6 days later. If you're going to reach the final, you may well see a team that's managed all of this 7-game stress in 5-6 days more than you have. Well, there is a bit of symmetry here. You'd have to go back to the last time the World Cup was hosted by the United States in '94. The last time Argentina so thoroughly won their opening match. 4-0 against Greece then, 3-0. Hat tricks in both games. 3-0 over Algeria now, with the waning seconds ticking away tonight. And now Argentina should be able to salt this away.
And they've managed the game in the last stages really well. A lot of fans very happy. That man there must be extremely happy. Messi, and although it's been great tonight,
last kick
with all major tournaments, you know.
Hello, then
Last kick the
entire crowd to their feet. Martinez sends it away. Argentina and Leo Messi. A 3-0 win in their opener. A dominant result over Algeria. They avoid the pitfall of 2022 and begin their title defense in style. Messi now the joint leading scorer in the history of the World Cup. And his first World Cup hat trick undoes Algeria 3-0.
Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.
Messi offers another extraordinary chapter in this
Argentina, Argentina,
career.
Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi,
Portugal next time.
Work to do to be a threat and try and make it out of the
good
group.
morning/night.
और celebrate करो और मोर लीक हो से
हाँ बाय बाय
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super, Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.
So let's see. So me channel Argentina not be right. Okay. Let me change the scene. Sorry, let's not change background. Perfect. Scott. आज का मैच अच्छा रहा है Iraq versus Norway. Haaland scoring 2 goals. Let's see this one. Stats section. Argentina. Argentina took 9 shots and probably 6-7 उसमें से मिस गई थे 6 on target 4 तो मिस गई थे 3 goals hat trick 555 passes Algeria had more passes more position but still 0 shots on target like Martinez has the main key match today कुछ करने नहीं पड़ा 5 no cards different let me see aja card let's see fine. Let's see. I hate this job. Football, transfer market, goal transfers. Barcelona has agreed personal terms with Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal, but not yet agreed. 27 days ago, Monday, Barcelona opted to sign Marcus Rashford permanently for 30 minutes to extend without a club. It's a 7 point. I mean, they got opinion. Like, I just need a striker, probably with a man striker and a centre back, like the blue fan for competing in UCL. Real Madrid have inquired about Felix, which and Borussia Dortmund with Manchester City and Manchester United are also in running up. Fine, but खिलाएंगे कहाँ से? Leeds lining up to move for Sporting. I'd rather go one football, one football. Only transfer market. Transfer market. Football transfer famous. Let's see. What do we do? Matches transfer as and rumors. Let's see. Let's see. Most visited transfers as Indian people the Mohan. Don't know Mohan. Let's see in Europe. Spain. Spain. Transfer market. Let's see La Liga obviously. Club छोड़ो FC Barcelona. ये मार्केट वैल्यू देगा क्या? लेन और संभाल क्या आ रहा है इसमें? Top transfer stars, the latest transfers, latest transfers. I need to watch. I have to get to watch. Probably fine, fine. Let's go to Fabrizio. Somewhere. Let's go to. Let me store my full name. Display capture. Let's do display capture. Okay. Okay. Is a file. I will take this here. This here. This here. Fine. From इस को थोड़ा विंडो कैप्चर को पास में रखते हैं क्लियर फाइल. Let's search here. It's Twitter. Do we have Twitter in the whole this game? I don't have Twitter. Fine. Let's see. No issues. Plans for rumors. So Nunes is Liverpool return. नहीं हो रहा. As per Tottenham joins Arsenal's city in the race for Tonali का चल रहा है. Tottenham joins Arsenal and City in the rest for Tonali. Barcelona to receive fee from Marc Cucurella of 3 million. इसका कितना आ रहा है? बारसा ब्लाउड है. Barcelona reportedly is set to receive a fee from Marc Cucurella of transfer to Real Madrid. The former Barcelona defender has agreed a 6-year deal with Los Blancos and will move from Chelsea on transfer to 55 million euros. According to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona will receive around 1.35 million from the sale as part of FIFA's shoulders mechanism. The scheme means that 5% of the transfer fee is distributed proportionally among the clubs that train the players between the age of 12 to 35. Espanyol, Getafe and Brighton will also receive small percentage of the fee. Barcelona will have received a total of 11 million from Cucurella sales. He was originally sold to Eibar for 2 million before Barcelona brought him back for 4 million and then sold him again to Getafe for 11.8 million. Barcelona made 9.8 million from those sales and can now add another 1.3 million. Time to have number. Felix Mencha. Interested close menu. Fine. Matthias Tuller. Dortmund. This is that German look back. Siberia that attack. Sign होगा तो गया ना like here भी होता हुआ तो गया. Why? I mean, why don't need him? They don't need him at all. Inter. Inter. Compasio. Good. I guess he's son of me. Combiaso. Combiaso. Andre Combiaso. Combiaso Inter. Esteban Combiaso. Esteban Combiaso. Student. He's not a son. Alfonso Moreira. Old Tottenham. Victor Muno. Good guy. Have potential. Barcelona is pretty much the Let's go to the market. Market walk. Most valuable market for League La Liga. Lamine Yamal, 1,600 crores, 160 million. These 150. Mbappe, Pedri, Vinicius, Bellingham, Javier Spark, Bale, for me, looking 50 million. Even Alvarez, 50 million. Rafinha, full of Madrid. Barcelona players, each one with a real Alberto Moreno. Forward player, back, and then pick up the nobody plays more than nobody more than Yamal. I mean, the equal to fine, fine. I mean, I think I should end this thing. Yeah, biggest thing of all time. Biggest thing, biggest thing. Mega. Let's see. Masti. Masti.
Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Fine. Listen to stream and what a match. Let's see.
Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super. Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, super, super, super, super, Argentina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi. Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, Argentina, World Cup, Argentina, Argentina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Dina, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi, Messi.